Town Council meeting, Town of Clinton, Parish of East Feliciana, State of Louisiana, 11209 Bank Street, Clinton, Louisiana, Tuesday, October the 10th, 2017, 6 p.m. The meeting was called to order. Invocation will be given by Chief Fred Dunn, Pledge of Allegiance in unison. Will you please stand?
Let us pray, please. Father God, we come before you tonight, conducting the town business, Father God. We come lifting up, Father God, the parish, Father God, and the town before you, Father God. Father God, wrap your arms around us and protect us, Father God, until this situation is resolved, Father God. Look out amongst us, Father God, and bring us closer together, Father God. We thank you, Father God, that the town is on the move, Father God, and we are growing, Father God. Put us all on one accord, Father God, as we serve and protect the citizens, Father God. Let the councilman and the mayor, Father God, continue to go forth serving this great town, Father God. We give you the glory, honor, and praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Alderman Johnny Beecham.
Here.
Alderman Mark Kemp.
Here.
Alderman Darren Matthews.
Let the record reflect that Alderman Matthews is not here.
Alderman Kim Young.
Here.
Alderman Mary Dunaway.
Here.
Police Chief Frederick Dunn.
Here.
Town Attorney Tim Butler.
Here.
Town Attorney Charles Griffin.
Let the record reflect that Mr. Griffin is not here.
Fire Chief Douglas Beecham.
Here.
Okay, changes, additions to the agenda. I have one change, one addition. The addition, we need to formally discuss in the trick-or-treat hours, which will be on October 31st. And also on the item on the agenda, approved parade route / Silliman. This parade route is going to be for the town parades, correct, Chief? Is that?
Yes, ma'am.
It's going to be that parade route that's going to be used whenever someone has a parade in town. I think that's.
So you're saying it's a route, same route for everybody?
That's what we're trying to do is get the town to approve a parade route, so we can submit one. If they need changes to it, they have to come before the board, but the town has a standard route.
Okay.
That's all.
Let me ask this, with the change in addition, I was reading the minutes, and there was no mention on East Feliciana High School homecoming parade about cleanup, whereas Silliman is requested to contact the sheriff and Warden Sanders about getting some of their residents to help clean up.
Well, what we can do, we can add an item that we will contact East Feliciana High administration to do the same thing.
Okay, so do we need to make that as an addition, or?
Yes, we need to.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? I will entertain a motion to do those changes and additions, and note that it has to be a unanimous vote with the board in order to do these items. So are you ready to vote? But first, let me get a motion, I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion.
I said, it has been motioned by Alderman Mark Kemp, second by Alderman Kim Young, that we make these changes and additions to the agenda. Are you ready to vote? Alderman Johnny Beecham? Yay. Alderman Mark Kemp?
Yes.
Alderman Kim Young?
Yes.
Alderman Mary Dunaway? Yes. Okay, the yeas have it. Thank you. Okay, disposition of minutes of our previous meeting dated September 12, 2017. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move. And we approve it.
Moved by Alderman Mark Kemp, do I have a second? Second by Alderman Johnny Beecham, are you ready to vote?
Ready.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. The next item on the agenda, declare to surplus 205 trucks and to advertise. I think those trucks are down at the
The new well.
Taylor, the new well?
Taylor
Well,
Street.
okay. I'll entertain a motion to surplus these trucks and we're advertised for bids. The same.
Yes. What about the old truck at the new well, at the big well?
We want to keep that. We're going to eventually restore it.
Oh,
We
okay.
want to,
You're gonna keep the one at Taylor Street?
no, it's behind the old fire department.
Oh, this is one up there by me.
There's two of them. Should be
It's two up there, yeah.
Two yellow ones.
Those the two you're gonna surplus,
I thought you were talking
correct?
about the new, secondary well. You're talking about the big well?
The big well,
Oh, okay,
the big well.
okay.
So you're keeping this one and we're surplusing the other ones. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to surplus those two fire trucks.
I make a motion that we surplus those two automobiles and that
Moved by Alderman Kim Young, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Mary Dunaway. Are you ready to vote?
Ready?
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposition? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. At this time, I interject the trick or treat hours, which are normally from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. that has been advertised, I think, in the local paper. I think Chief wanted to elaborate on the safety due to some things that's going on in the parish, you know, with the town, in reference to the trick or treat hours.
You might wanna cut those hours to 7:30. You don't want them out there in the dark because we've got, information that the supposed suspect has been riding throughout the parish. And the last thing you wanna do is have them out there in arm's way at night in the dark.
It's not too late to have something, because this dark at 7, isn't it?
Yes.
When
It's
is the time
dark
check?
at 7.
It's October.
It's supposed to go from 6 to 8, but we were like from 5 to 7.
Oh, I thought you said 7 to 7:30.
So we want the evening,
And around
evening around
7:30.
7:30.
What time, 7:30?
7 o'clock, or you
Seven o'clock.
It's really time, 5 to 7.
Can we start it earlier? About at 7? And the time will have changed by then, because this is the
It
day.
should.
We're talking about on Halloween night, 31st.
The
Yeah,
time
which is
I
a
will
Tuesday.
change, I think, until the first weekend, first Sunday in November.
Oh, really? Okay.
But it gets dark now at 7:30.
Yeah. So where will we advertise the hours? Will we change it in the newspaper?
We have time to change it. but
And
we-
they normally call, we'll call dispatch, they'll normally call and get
Put on
out.
sale bid.
You put it on your website too.
Okay, great. Well, I'll entertain a motion to change those hours from 5 to 7 for trick or treat.
I know,
So, moved by Alderman Mark Kemp, second by Alderman Johnny Beecham. Are you ready to vote? All in favor by saying aye. Any opposition? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Trick or treat hours will be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, at this time, I would ask Ms. Jones to come.
I just want to introduce myself. I'm Michelle Jones. I'm the new director for Audubon Regional Library. I was hired at the end of June. Before I get started, I just want to apologize to the town council because last month I was on the agenda and we had something come up with our internet and I was in St. Helena and did not call in advance to let you know that I was there. One of the things I wanted to let you know is that I'm very excited to be back in the parish. I actually do live here in East Feliciana off of Highway 952. We live at Blueberry Farm. And for the last 7 years, I was the librarian at West Feliciana High School. So I've had some extensive background in that. We are trying to do things to reach out to the community. We have started the bookmobile back up. It is running in St. Helena on Tuesdays and in the East Feliciana Parish on Thursdays. So we have that information available. And we are going to the Slaughter area, Slaughter Town Hall, Norwood, Wilson, Jackson, Clinton, and so we're trying to keep that area up and running and reaching more people in the process. Also, I wanted to let you know that we do have a Facebook page. If you like and follow that, then you can start getting updates on the library events that are coming up that will involve adults, children, and teens. And we also have a new website. It is audubonregional.net. And you can go there and have access to the online card catalog, ebooks. What you need is your library card number and your PIN number, and if you don't have that or if you've lost it, you can contact the main library and we can get that information to you. So we're just excited to be up and running, and we hope that we can reach more members of our community and improve services. And if there's anything that you have any questions about, please don't hesitate to call the branch or the main office in Clinton, and I will try and get those answers for you. Thank you.
Mayor, I'd also like to bring to the council your attention that the library dedicated a bench this past Saturday to Ms. Maud Williams, who was a longtime supporter of the library, and also DAR, Dawes American Revolution, anyway, they donated a bench out in front of the library Saturday.
Well, we had a very good turnout for that, and we were very happy to recognize her and the contributions that she made to the library. Thank you for bringing that up. And also, just as a last thing, which was the main thing that I came here for, and I forgot, the renewal, which is coming up on Friday, or on Saturday the 14th. I can't ask anybody to vote for it, but I can tell you that it is the main funding for the library. If it does not pass, then we're looking at shutting down hours, locations, and letting staff go. So the renewal pays the nuts and bolts of all of the operational things that we have for the library. So it's very, very important. And I guess I'll leave that with you.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Okay, the next item on the agenda, Chief Dunn, the parade route for the town. You gotta put that route.
All right, what I'm requesting the board to approve, when they enter the St. Helena Street to have a parade, that they either enter from Bank Street or either Church Street, and proceed around the courthouse to on Bank Street to Woodville Street to Liberty Street, back to St. Helena Street. You come up Church Street to St. Helena Street to Liberty Street, down Woodville to Bank Street. That is downtown, because some of these parades, they want to leave Feliciana Drive, come up Church, and cut back over the bank. We need to set one route where they go around the courthouse.
So the route going down Bank and going back behind or in front of Lawyers Road, it would go down Church. So it misses Landmark Bank.
No,
is that right?
if they come from Bank or Church Street, they can go in the front and go around. So what we're trying to prevent. Now, what I did with some on theirs, I worked with them. I told them the ones that the dance teams, what they will have to do is put them in the middle. And once the parade go around, if they want to come back the second time to dance, we'll stage them over by the old hospital. We'll stage them on the side, on the shoulder. When everybody else come around, then they can come back around and dance. But everybody's just gonna go around once.
Well, if they go there by the old Clinton Infirmary, there's no electricity for them, for their...
No, they say to the other people that
What's gonna happen? Someone gonna come up Main Street, they gonna turn on St. Helena Street in front of the bank. They gonna go around the courthouse, go down Liberty Street, go down Woodville, come back up Main Street, and go and they want to come back this way. But what I'm gonna do is ship them. They can come around, but the ones that want to dance, we're gonna have them stay out in the parade where we stayed. When they come through the first time, we stayed them in the front of the old hospital. Then they come around, they come back in the front of the courthouse, in the front of the bank, and they dance and they go on.
Both routes are going in front of Landmark.
Both of them go in there just depending
That's where a
on.
lot of the kids get up high and all this dance.
We just trying to get it where they come in, because I don't see some, they want to go straight down Church and come up with me and then come up.
Which one do you think works best?
Well,
or will work best?
well, what we do with the high school and Mardi Gras parade, they just come up, Felicia, they come up Main Street and go around the courthouse on the back side of the courthouse. On Lawyers Road, come up Liberty Street, and hit Church Street.
And they miss Main Street altogether?
Because they got 3 sides that they go on. Because if they make a turn, when you get them make a turn on Church Street or Bank Street on St. Helena Street, they try to go around. If they come off Bank Street, they go on Church Street, they come on St. Helena, hit Liberty, and go on Woodville, and come back up the bank. That parade gonna run into each other. So either you're gonna have to loop them around the courthouse, and they're not gonna either get on Main Street, or they gonna go get on St. Helena and not get on Woodville Street. Cause see, if they loop, if you got more than 21 folks in the parade, it's gonna touch each other.
And if you were to go down Bank and then go in front of Lawyers Road, go down to Church Street, cross over Liberty, and go to Church Street and then come back up, is that still gonna bottleneck, you think? Okay.
Because what you're doing then, you got them in a neighborhood, in a residential neighborhood, because you got them right there in front of the laws and stuff. See, we can control them if we got the 4 highways of around the courthouse block. But when they go back off in a neighborhood, they go past one stop sign, that's more officers you got to have back there. And most of them, they want to dance. Now, when the band come in, they're going to tell us if they want to go in the front of the bank. What most of them do, they'll come in and they'll just, I've seen the high school parade come in, go in the front of the bank and keep straight and go down Church Street and leave. The Mardi Gras parade, we always just ship them around the backside of the courthouse, come up and come over there, especially with the construction, because I talked to the people doing the improvement for Friday, and with this rain, they say they're on the deadline. So it's going to be kind of hard for them to wrap their parade around twice anyway with construction going on.
The settlement shouldn't last that long because it's not that big. And
The kids, I know they look forward to being in that spot in front of the bank where they do their little.
Oh, we don't let them come up bank and go in front of the bank. But if they got more than 21 floats, we're going to have to stage for one that dance. I know one year, I think they had one up on the fire truck, I think. They had one of them up on the back of the truck and get down and dance, then get back up there, but what took time.
especially if you're dealing with little kids.
They're gonna have one fire truck again this year,
Or the,
and the rescue.
any, trailer.
We don't recommend that to them. We told them to put them in the trailer, but they want to put them on the fire truck. If they hide, they can throw their cans out there. But we just need to approve a route for the town, so when they come, if they want to make additions to it, then they have to come before the board.
So we all understand that, right? If we do, can I get a motion to
We
approve
just
that?
need to dedicate downtown around the courthouse, is the route once you come in.
Now, which one are we gonna go for?
Well,
Which one do you think?
I think the best way to go is to come up Bank Street, and you can go around the backside of the courthouse, or you can come on St. Helena Street and come around and say from Bank Street to St. Helena and go around and come out. But you want them to enter from 2 different directions. You want, if they enter from Bank Street, then they need to exit on Church Street. If they enter from Church Street, they need to exit on Bank Street.
So if they come up Bank, you want them to cross St. Helena, cross Main Street, go around to Lawyers Road,
Mm-hmm.
come back up beside the old Clinton Infirmary,
Mm-hmm.
and then come down Main Street
See,
and stop in front of the bank there,
mm-hmm.
and then go back home, go around again and take Church Street, or go back to Silliman to get back?
If they enter on Bank Street, they need to enter on Church Street. If
So they need to go around 2 times and go out on Church Street.
Mm-hmm.
I think the kids, they like that better. I'd hate to take away from them what they want to do.
No,
It's a once a year deal.
we're not taking away from them. What we're trying to do is get an approved route for the town for the parade.
And does that work for the other schools? Well, I know they gotta start coming up Feliciana, 'cause the other schools up here. And then come down Bank, you want to come up Feliciana and then start on Bank?
Sometimes they start at Feliciana, sometimes they don't start at the Barton House, sometimes they don't start at the Police Bureau, sometimes they don't start at Elton.
So we need to
We
start,
just need to get it where they come, either they gonna enter from Bank Street or
General
from
route.
Church Street.
Yeah.
And
General
if there's
route.
some additions or some changes, then they will come before the board, but they're gonna have a general parade route for the town, that they will come.
Well, Sylvan's not gonna have much chance to come before the board, because theirs is Friday.
No, they already been approved.
It already been approved, what we trying to do
We
is
just
just
trying to set it for
expand.
the next,
for the future.
So they won't have to continue to come to the board unless they say, well, we wanna do this, we wanna do that. If we wanna come from RK, we come up, St. Helene from down there, then they need to come to the board. Because we've already established
This is the
Right.
route.
our route.
Okay.
More than likely, the kids are going to want to go around the courthouse twice, they would not be opposed to that.
Yeah.
So if you go up Bank and go around twice, and you can
Go out on
go
church.
on Church. And once they go down Church, where they go all the way to Sullivan? If it's
And
Sullivan,
then they gonna go down Church all the way to Silver Street and go right
go
back
back
to the
around,
park.
okay.
Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve that parade route for the town.
I motion that we approve the general route for parades and.
Okay.
Moved by Alderman Kim Young, second by Alderman Johnny Beecham for the parade route established by the town for parades here. Are you ready to vote?
Ready.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposition? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Thank you, Chief Dunn. At this time, I will just entertain a motion to contact, Ms. Angie will contact the East Feliciana High School administration about cleanup after the parade, to let them know what it is that they are expected to do for cleanup. Okay, motion.
I'll make it.
I'll second.
Sorry.
It's okay, moved by Alderman Martin Kemp, second Alderman Johnny Beecham, that we will contact East Feliciana High School administration as far as the cleanup of the parade. Are you ready to vote?
Yeah.
All in favor, saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. At this time, Ms. Wells. Oh,
Ms. Egros, Minute Egros.
Hello, my name is Annette Egros. I'm the chairman of Keep East Louisiana Beautiful. And we would like to, I gave everyone a flyer about the electronic recycling, which we will be having at the market on November the 4th, Saturday, November the 4th. So I'm sure you've got something you could fill up that truck with. They do a lot of, they refurbish some of the computers and give them to schools, but they also take parts, take them apart and recycle a lot of the copper wires and things like that.
Where will your booth be?
It will be, the truck, we're gonna be right in front of the courthouse, right directly on, what is that? Is that St. Helena Street? Yeah. And we're there usually every month, the same spot.
Better get there early.
Oh, I've sent somebody around 4 o'clock in the morning to, well, we'll probably block it off. We'll ask, the sheriff last time gave us some yellow tape, and we blocked it off. Maybe, Mr. Dunn, can you give us some yellow tape?
Just tell us where you wanna be, I have officers go mark it off.
Great, that would be great, okay. Also, I want to talk about the saving cans for the Cub Scouts. It's good. We really are trying to get some recycling going, and this is a good start. The Cub Scouts are saving cans, and hopefully they'll get a lot from the community. Any kind of cans, any kind. They don't have to be aluminum, because what they do is they take them down on Highway 19. They take cans and pay money for them. And the Cub Scouts are trying to take a trip this summer, and so they need, I think, $5,000 or something like that. And
Where do they collect those?
well, that's what I was going to tell you. You can bring them to the market, give them to us, or like this past Saturday, we were at the market. I thought they were going to be there, but it did rain, so I don't know what happened. But if not, just bring them to me, bring them to us. We have a table. Or you can go anytime to the collision shop on Highway 63 and drop them off. It's I say collision shop, collision center. There's, it's open all the time, apparently. I'm not familiar with it. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It's on 63.
It's about 3 miles on 60.
Okay.
Oh, that's really wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, I know that's, you know, a bad memory right now. I would like to remember Brad DeFrancis is how I remember it. Since he was a young man, because he did a lot of work with the Boy Scouts and you know, what happened yesterday. So I wanted to remember him. We want to know, as I have some members here, Keep East Louisiana Beautiful, and we would like to partner with your office in what can we do to help keep Clinton beautiful? Because there's a litter problem here, we know, and we're working on that, trying to go into the schools and try to talk to the kids. That's the only thing you can do, because the kids will keep their parents or their big brothers or sisters from throwing things out. I went last week, I was talking to some second graders about this, doing a little project with them, and I said, how many of you or your parents or your brothers and sisters throw things out of your car? And half of them raised their hand. And you know, second graders don't lie. they tell the truth. And so I asked them, I said, well, why do you do that? For several reasons, which they want to keep the car clean. The big brother or big sister doesn't want mom to find out they went to McDonald's. That's just, you know, but keeping the car clean is just, I don't understand that. So I'm going to, you know, keep pounding on those second graders over at Clinton Elementary, and hopefully, you know, that's just one step at a time. Also, I'd like to remind you that in March we have our Leaders Against Litter. We will do that again this year. I'm going to order the T-shirts and the litter picker-uppers. And I know Lori came last. Let me see who else came. Did you know where right there? Okay, so hopefully
In March?
It's in March, and I will come and remind you about it. And hopefully you can all be in attendance, because it's a good opportunity for pictures to go in the paper. It just raises awareness that the people, you know, in charge are doing something other than just talking about it. They're actually out there picking up some, and you'll come back with a bag. How much did we pick up last year? Like a couple 100 pounds, I think, 150, 200 pounds, just in an hour. Just walking around here. So it's pretty scary.
I have a suggestion for you.
Yes.
Is if you can get some of these kids out of school, field trip, a walking trip, when police escort, let them go around to some of these businesses and shame the people who are in the building for not picking up like their cans. 'Cause just this afternoon, I was down by the maintenance department, and there's some cans there, Coke cans, just on the ground.
Now you said maintenance department for the school system?
No, maintenance department for the town.
Oh, for the town. Oh, I see.
One of the maintenance guys collects them. So
On the ground?
Yeah,
They
they
run
leave them
over.
around, they pick them up.
Or maybe.
They run over and then they pick them up.
Yeah, really.
My street,
That's interesting with a police escort for sure, because that is a problem we have here. We really can't have pickups, you know, trash pickup functions like they have in other cities, because they're so rural. So what we do is we ask them at a certain time, we give them a little quiz and ask them to go take the quiz home to their parents. They give it to them, you know, graded and everything. It's about how long does it take for a cigarette to break down, just things like that. How many plastic bottles are used every day in this country and thrown away? 20 million, that's a lot.
But if a child were to shame an adult in a sense.
That's what they do. So they love to go give them that test and grade it. They love that.
I mean, that's a simple question. Why didn't y'all pick up these cans?
Yeah, really. and then they have to clean up their front yard. They have to clean up their yard.
That's a good
The
thing.
parent signs it, they bring the paper back, and we bring them a prize, you know, a toy or a coloring book or
So
something.
we don't have
to do.
any groups in town that would be of age, like say 4-H or something, that could do a service project
I'm
of
working
old enough kids to go around the block? Because we go around our block quite frequently. I live in town in the city limits, and it's all the time, and we pick up lots and lots.
Really, we need a picture of that. No, we really do, we need to put that in the paper, seriously, because that
Really,
needs to
picture,
happen.
I just wish
that
there would
needs to
be more
happen
people
more.
to know how much litter there really is.
Oh, let me just say that if we didn't have the prisoners, do you know, the prison, or let's see, Jeff Travis's group, they pick up things, on the East Feliciana roads, parish roads, and the Dixon state roads. I get that amount of bags that are picked up every week. It is unbelievable. Hundreds of bags.
I don't understand.
So can you imagine what it would be like if we didn't have them?
Yeah.
And they could be doing something else besides picking up trash.
Yeah. Used to on Main Street, they had garbage
There are-
containers. Are they still there?
Yeah, they probably moved them because of the work, but they don't, people tend to not use them, I don't know why. Like during the parade,
Yeah.
that last parade they had last year, there was trash everywhere, but not in the containers.
Well, actually, all you have to do is call. I've called a couple of times and talked to this office, and within a few minutes, maintenance had sent some people out to clean up. And it's really bad now because of the construction, but if they notice it, or if someone alerts them, they'll do it. Probably needs to be on their schedule daily,
Yeah.
I would think.
But they had those little planters, what have, I don't know, Miss Marquita was
Mhm. They're still
instrumental in
there.
that, but it covered the garbage can.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe
they're
it's
still,
attractive.
yeah,
But
They still have
used
them.
in a while.
They
They're still there.
They're there.
they're so attractive that you don't notice them, they kind of blend
One's
in.
right out here.
And you were
Of course, the
talking,
problem's not just Main Street, it's
oh,
all
well,
over.
yeah, it's true. But now you were talking about the businesses, this is a big problem, and we all know these businesses that are just, I mean, there's two down on Plank Road three, that makes my blood pressure go up every time I go in the parking lot, and I've gone and talked to them over and over, and we have given, the East Feliciana Beautiful has given we've given awards and certificates and signs to businesses that are keeping their places clean. So hopefully, I don't know if it's, I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's really a problem. And I'm gonna look into Miss Angelica last year gave me the ordinances, and I'm going to look at that and see if there is anything, possibly we can do after asking them nicely, which I've done. I mean, there has to be something, because there's several businesses that it's just,
Maybe have
it's
somebody
awful.
write an article to put it in the Watchman, and what's the other one? Explorer.
Yeah, well, we do write the article about the businesses that went, that are
Well,
doing it.
maybe write an article about the businesses that are
Can we
involved.
do that?
Take pictures and put in the paper.
Yeah, we could do that anonymously.
Well,
And
you know,
is
then
that
once,
legal?
once,
Is that,
That's what you see.
okay,
and, once
Let's
again,
go for
that's
it.
shaming them.
that's good. Okay, and the last thing, go back.
Were you gonna elaborate on the topic about like 4-H groups or something?
Oh,
like
yes, I
that
was.
doing service?
Okay, I have spoken with the middle school, they have a beta club. They're interested in doing a service projects and working with them. And also the high school, I've invited the student council to join us, and they can do it over there at Jackson. We'll take a separate picture, it could be on a different day, for Leaders Against Litter, because they are the leaders of the school, that age group. And so I thought that might be, something a little different this year that we can do. But other than that, I haven't spoken to Silliman to see if they have, I'm sure they have beta clubs or P clubs. So that's on my next,
Add it
that's
to
my
the
next
list,
thing.
yes.
Now, one last thing about the parade. I just want to know what is in place about the debris, because last meeting I came to, they talked about what street was real clean, how the street sweeper, but it was all in the ditches. So that was my question. What is going to, can you elaborate on that a little bit? So I can sleep at night this weekend, because they make such a mess. Is there anything?
Well, Silliman, they already know that they're gonna be cleaning up. I think they're gonna utilize, some of the, workers from the jail. And just now tonight, tomorrow, Ms. Angie will call East Luciano administration and let them know that they're gonna have to clean up after the East Luciano High School parade.
Oh, good, that's great. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Why don't you talk to the sheriff about getting the inmates and as well as DCI, pick up, pull the signs off those telephone poles that are illegal there. Businesses and political, where that guy.
Who does that?
Well,
Yeah, signs are a
the
problem.
same
That's
pickup crews that pick up the ditches need to pull those signs down too, but they have a habit of not doing those unless you.
Yes, at one time, when Mr. William Jarrett was here, he went around and he pulled every sign off of every pole because the town actually has an ordinance. You're not supposed to nail a sign to those utility poles in town. That's an
It's
ordinance.
state ordinance.
It's a state, yes, state ordinance, yeah, anything. You can't put it on. You have to have those stakes on your signs and stick them in the
Politicians
ground.
aren't supposed to put them on there.
Yeah, well, but after, yeah,
Well, kids stand up there
you're
saying,
right.
Congressional rights.
To in the library, now the library didn't put them, y'all put them, didn't put any signs on the telephone poles now.
They got a few, but we wait till application put them on.
Any questions? Thank you.
You're
Thank you very
welcome,
much.
thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda, Miss Angie, can someone run this walk?
Bay Chapel Church is asking permission to have their annual breast cancer walk again, Saturday, October the 14th at 8 a.m. They will meet up in front of the courthouse, and their rally is leaving the courthouse, go up Liberty Highway to Mount Freedom Church, and come back. So they're asking permission if they can have their annual breast cancer awareness.
Make a motion to have a walk.
Second.
Dang, don't y'all go, aren't y'all supposed to go to American Legion holiday
You
season?
get that last year.
You want to add to it?
Yeah, I do it.
She always take us further than what we supposed to go.
I don't know what they can do, they ain't walking. Not walking.
It was moved by Alderman Johnny Beach and second by Alderman Mark Kemp that the Days Chapel AME Church will have their breast cancer walk on this Saturday at 8 a.m. starting in front of the courthouse. All in favor, saying aye. Any opposition? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Ms. Angie, you all gonna need an officer there, chief, you gonna take care of that project on Saturday. Don't forget to vote by watch.
Is that the church in Oak South Drive?
No, it's
That's, out on Highway 10 on outside of the city.
tennis.
Right there by the dairy, Mr. Andrews' old dairy.
Out there.
It's far.
Well, no, we're not walking out there,
That's
no.
the church that we.
That's a long walk, isn't
Maybe choose the roller skate.
Okay, the next item on the agenda, Ms. Angie, the feasibility study, she made some phone calls now, I'll let her take that up.
I had talked to a couple of the cities. I talked to the city of Hot Springs in regards to the meters. They gave a wonderful score. They say their installments of the meters was great. Their follow-up was great. And they say overall, they have had no issues. And they say they made one of the best moves that they ever had. Okay, I talked to the city of Independence. They say from a scale to 1 to 100, they give them 200. The city of West Monroe, they say they rate them, if it's from 1 to 10, they rate them at 7, but their follow-up service and their meters installment was great.
So all of them make more money off since they put the meters in.
Yes, sir. I said I haven't had any problems, no issues, anything.
So what's our next
So
step?
that's our next step, if to move forward, if you all would like, I can ask Chair to come back to the next meeting and you all can make a decision then, or how you all want me to do it. You know, I can bring it back, because he did call and say that he would come back, to the board again, if you like, and then you all can talk with him then.
Whatever works fastest.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'll give him a call.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll call him tomorrow and I'll get him up here. Okay.
Well, he's gonna put in something anyway.
The next item on the agenda, a member from Faith and Deliverance Tabernacle came in. They want to use the park on October 21st at 4 p.m. for a church function. And they normally do this every year. I think last year, I don't know what happened, but they didn't come out last year. So I'll just entertain a motion to allow them to go ahead and use the park for their function. It'll be from 4 until, what did she say, 6 or 7?
Does the town maintain a special liability policy for, like, the park in case of an injury?
Do we have anything on park? We don't?
Well, we do, but we can't ask them for like a certificate of,
Well, I mean, no, the town, just to protect the town.
Yeah, the town
Okay.
itself.
Okay. Well, then I'll move to allow them to use the park.
You want them out by dark?
They like the out.
They all might.
They got lights out there.
You get the trick or treat, get them out at 7,
Okay, it's been moved by Alderman Mark Kemp. Do I have a second?
I'll say.
Second by Alderman Johnny Beecham, that Faith and Deliverance Tabernacle will use the park on October 21st. Are you ready to vote?
Ready?
All in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposition? Ayes have it.
Let me ask this, do they ever have police, or security?
Yes, because what happens whenever there's something at the park, police officers, chief have them, they will come in, ride through, check it out, they'll make rounds.
Okay.
Make sure everything's safe. Okay, Chief Dunn, you're next. Where's the park?
Board Alderman, Madam Mayor, the police report for the month of September, citation list is 96, calls made 26, arrest 5, summons 2, burglary theft 0, outstanding warrants went up to 1228, but beginning of next month, we're gonna do our amnesty program. Case filed with the district attorney was 5, that's what's the 5 arrests for. I have one guy that we surplus the charge out there, and he says he had 3,700. I told him to bring 4,000. He's supposed to bring it before the week was out, so we can go ahead and sell that car. And those funds gonna be donated to the general fund, deposited in the general fund with the board of police since the car was got off grant.
I got a question. Have we ever write a ticket for text messages in the car, riding in the car?
Yeah.
That was roadside.
Have we? You know what the tickets is?
I don't know, I'm just wondering, because, I go to Baton Rouge every Monday, and I pass cars, and all of them, you don't even hide it, just hold it up in front of the face like this when they drive and stuff, but I never seen one get stopped down there.
Yeah, we stopped and moved up the town, the state did where they said, hands-free.
Right, yeah.
And when they come through there on them phones, we get
I
them.
was just wondering if we ever did that.
One officer wrote about.
What if they're coming through and it's not a school, zone time, whatever, they're texting,
They got a lot of not
What about these cars in the dark, count on them? They was stopped in them, but.
Oh, yes, indeed. I just supplied dogs who were 10 meters.
Okay, well, then we get all of them off the road too.
Exactly.
I was just asking you about that.
and how far is it start?
They just, you
They
cannot
not-
ever see in the car.
They not, the back ones, they can have them dog if they want. The front ones, they can't go below 21%.
The front one and the side one.
Down the front windshield, they can have 6 inches to help block the sun. Now, it's exemption to it if they got a skew from the doctor. But, they used to go there and say, Doc, I need this, he told me, now they have to get it approved in the state before they get it. And they can cut way down.
That's it, Chief.
That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Beecham?
Council, Mayor Bell, I have a few things. First of all, I had a gentleman request to use the parking lot at the fire department to set up 2 days a week from 10 to 2, or 10:30 to 2, to set up a stand to sell like fish sandwiches. Apparently it's like a one of these mobile
Food truck.
trucks or something like that. He said he doesn't need any electricity or water or anything like that, he's self-contained. And I told him I would bring it before the council, because I wasn't really sure about allowing public property for profit things. I know we do it like the churches with the park, we let, private entities use public facilities for nonprofit type things, but to do it for profit, then I needed to get a direction from the council.
And then I know the council is gonna be one to, report, but let me just throw this in there. Now, just say for instance, if he's there and he has his truck there and he has people there, and there's a fire and your fire trucks need to get out, that's a safety issue that needs to be considered as well. So, that's just my opinion on it, but it's up to the council.
What do you say, Charles?
Well, I mean, when you're saying on public property, you can't be on he can be on the road or wherever he's got a permit, just like any
Right.
business.
Any other vendor.
No, this is on the parking lot of the fire department.
I don't think you're gonna be able to
I don't think he can do that.
private business on that public.
That is not feasible. I just wanted to get your opinion and the council.
Now, if you don't guys can come in, parking out town and sell sandwiches on a truck.
Well, and the thing is, I don't want to set a precedent, we'll have the whole parking lot full of, popcorn and peanut butter.
Well, food trucks have become a big deal in a lot of places, and they're fun and they're good, but what if we offered him an alternate placement, what's in it for us? I mean, do they pay taxes to the town, do they pay?
Yeah.
Can we benefit from
He
this?
said he would pay any fees, so he has insurance and all this, he's completely legal, and he would pay any town fees that they're doing, but I think he would get more business around the courthouse.
Okay, he can set up on market day, free of charge.
But
Any
he
other
wants to do
days-
it when it's working,
Oh,
to get
right,
it working.
right, he's gonna have to come and see Ms.
10
Sharon, their
10 to
fees,
2.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to,
we
he's
want
gonna
to
have
get
to
our
come and see
benefit, I
Sharon.
think it's a good idea, if some of them want to start coming in a place that's legal and safe. But
And can I
It's not
speak
work
as
you
far as
talking
the
about,
board?
there ain't enough work here to sell two sandwiches. They got to do little things work something now.
Oh, sorry.
That was my concern, if I work out.
Well, I mean,
If
we
you
could
are-
we could position him where, he wouldn't be blocking us.
But I still don't,
But-
I just don't.
He wouldn't be blocking us, but if it's a lot of traffic coming in, I can't guarantee all the, because when things happen next door at the school board property, Mr. Bell and I have to really, they come in there, we've had them park right in front of the doors.
Maybe we go up there to Feliciana Baptist and
That's it.
get on that gravel area right across from Sonic.
Well, that ain't gonna town there.
And if you wanna do it, let the town make the money off it, let them come pay Ms. Sharon the taxes, whatever it is, the fee, and let them go to the courthouse where everybody else goes to.
So, I guess you can tell him he need to,
Yeah, and
So we have somewhere for them to go.
particularly because it's for profit, it would be setting a precedent that anybody, if we let him do it, then anybody who wants to come, they got a free place to set up.
You create
And I
a
just
big
don't wanna get into
problem.
that. Okay, the second thing, we'll be doing fire prevention presentations at the elementary schools tomorrow. David Dart and a couple others will be going around as we do each year. Also, we've been responding to, seems like more wrecks in the last month, and a few months really. Not that many fires, thank goodness. Had a bad wreck out on Highway 10 at the bridge where a gentleman got killed, and a couple weeks ago, and then of course we responded to the shooting yesterday, and we were out there, we had a unit out there for a few hours, so responded to that. We also have the helipad painted and it's completely set up. We have lights for nighttime. I'm going to be looking at getting the big orange, or I guess the orange balls that you put on the electric lines, like they have at 412 across Plank Road. the pilots know where those things are, and they usually just avoid the highways. They know highway lines go along highways, so they usually avoid them, but just to make sure, we're gonna try to get those, and it's gonna be, I think over $1,000 for those balls to be
Where's the
installed, get
pad?
energy, do what?
Where's the pad?
It's right.
Right by the fire?
Yeah, if you look in the parking lot, it's a big blue thing with an H on it, and we spelled it right.
1H?
So, anyway, we got
Okay.
that pretty much done. The Acadian, when they come in at nighttime, they still want someone there, even though it's not a official FAA approved landing site, but they know it's there, and there's no fences and things like that, and and they can find it pretty easily.
So you don't have to turn the lights up brighter or anything like that?
No. In fact, they'd rather us not. So we have some that shine down onto the concrete if they want anymore. And the big spotlights that we do have, the floodlights for the parking lot, they have told us they don't bother. They're not bothered with that, so we're good there. So it's up and going.
A lot better than going up to the old football field, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you go up there and get it all set up and they decide to cancel, and then you have to go. Shut it all down. That's it.
That's it, thank you, sir. Mr. Butler?
The sales tax fund continues to creep along. We're holding our own. Seems like the sales tax are down a little bit so far this year. So it's kind of staying put. The general fund, the receivables, the utility fund, receivables at 23,000. I think 14,000 of that is on the shut-off list. So the actual current receivables is right about 13,000. And I think for next month, I'm going to break that out. So underneath the UF accounts receivable, I'm going to break it out to current receivables versus the old cutoff number. That'll give you a little bit better idea of where we're at currently. Police department, the chief addressed that earlier with he's fixing to have a fund drive there, but it's at 241,000. And then property tax, we got that big property tax bill in this last month, so we're only out $4,600 on property tax.
46 or 56?
56, I'm sorry, 5,600 on property tax.
We got a big check from
Railroad.
the railroad?
Yeah.
Did they indicate, Angie, why they had not paid or why it took so long to pay?
I think the lady that was handling it, she was moved to another office.
It's another site. Huh?
I think we're like one, it's on the other side, it's like.
Well, I think it was like with the parish too.
Did you pay the interest?
Yes, sir.
For the year through September, the town's down 37,000 in the general fund. The next person we're gonna hit on the parade is Bailey's Cable. I think they're down 2 years or 3 years, haven't they?
Can I say it? Let me say it. Baby's cable. I was just sitting up, they haven't paid last year, but I was just sitting there and I was, I'm very observant. I was just listening to Angie and the phone calls. And I really have to commend her because she has been on the phone with these people about the town's money. And Baby's Cable, whoever was on the other end of that line, tried to, I guess, do the game of, we're gonna send, we're gonna what, and she just chimed right in and said, you know what, I spoke to the lady who said that, and that's been since last year, and I need to know if you're gonna send the town's money. And he said that it was, and it was sent. Yeah, I commend her. She's really been pushing hard to come
All
on.
of last year, she had the first, second, third quarter of this year.
And about how much money is that?
Usually around from last year, I think it was like 5,800, something like that. So,
About 6,000 a year.
Does direct TV come to the town?
yes, they should be.
That's something, they don't, that's something we talk about.
Why can't we
We
have
just
our
need to
attorneys
study
in a
that,
letter?
and study that some more. I'll, Ms. Angie and I'll work with that, and we'll get with you, Mr. Griffin, as to how we can collect there.
I'm sure that's who's hurting Bailey's.
Well,
Bailey hurts herself.
But if they're collecting, it's not paying, well, it doesn't matter if they collect or not. I go there and
Fall into the pothole. We don't need to.
Tim, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all I have, unless anybody has any questions. Oh, one last thing, Mark Kemp had brought up the audit.
Do we meet the deadline or no?
Well, they got an extension. They got
I got
another
it.
90-day extension, and, like I brought up last time, Matt got a new guy, Scott, he came back and actually went back through the whole audit again. And I think Matt, it's his first year.
Yeah, he's just making sure, because Matt was saying that with the smaller auditors that actually work on these, in these smaller towns, because of the small amount of money, they really like put their thumb on them at the legislative auditor's office, and they want to pretty much wipe them off the list. So I just make sure that he's dotting the i's and crossing the t's, and I think he have everything that he needs to, he just compare, correct?
Yes.
And he needed another week or so, just to be on the safe side before he sent that in, but we're good, we're in good sync.
Other than that,
Yeah, he was here last meeting. Thank you, Mr. Butler. Public comment? Any public comments? Yes.
Unless they have some.
Okay.
I have a question about maybe the chief next.
Chief?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
I had a question that a town person brought to me that they wanted to know, is there an ordinance about moving, mobile homes in the city limits, what routes you can take and not take? Because a mobile home went through the brand new street that y'all just got done.
Was that Friday? Friday?
It was last week. Is that Silman Street?
It was Friday.
Brand new paved street.
It was Friday.
And you know, what's the weight limit, and can they do that, or do they need to go around Highway 10? Do we want our brand new streets torn up
No,
already?
they supposed to come to the town and have an escort when they go around there and do
They
that,
gotta
and we don't take them down those roads, we take them down Riley Street, out to, Jackson Street, and take them out uptown. We do not.
That's what needs to happen. So what do we do if we happen to witness something like that again? I mean, should they be ticketed? Do we-
Exactly. Just call 911, they'll call us because they was moving the trailer
The
out of
FEMA trailer.
Rockville, and we went,
FEMA trailer.
and we went and got them, and made them, they took the lady yard right there on the corner of Railroad and Wilson. And they had to pay for it, and we stopped them, they was moving the old mobile home out from County Street, and got halfway across the road, and we found them also.
Good.
These people Friday, they were moving that FEMA trailer, and they had a small car in front of them. It's hard. I
with
saw
y'all's
it.
Yeah.
office, like, where that way y'all would know with the permit, they have to have y'all sign off, that way you know, that way y'all would be the one escorting.
Mm-hmm.
It would make that part of the procedure with the permit.
They get a permit from the state, I think, don't
They get it from, Larry Thompson, and
It was about-
to Larry, he called us, and we normally meet before they come in.
But then the town, not to have to have a town permit to also.
That's what I'm saying, it just needs to be tied in, that way they wouldn't be able to have the permit without the chief, and then that way they'd escort, you wouldn't have that problem, rather than trying to catch them after the fact.
Even for the town clerk. So we can talk to Larry Thompson, huh?
I'm saying, we need a permit process.
Scary.
Got another. All right, somebody else called me to ask about, what is the policy for persons suspected of DUI?
Of D who? Driving under the
Yes.
influence?
That, I mean, if you stop somebody and you suspect that they're impaired, what is our policy? Do we test them? Do we have somebody to test them? Do we have alternate?
With DUI, first of all, we have to have probable cause. We stop them, say, when we suspect them of something. We can detain them, bring them here, and if they're on peers, then we have to do is take them down and get blood or something drawn. Either we could call state in, because we have a machine back there, we can call state in and take them down there, and they're not charged until the results come back. Results come back, they're under the influence, then that's when they're charged.
But we don't have someone here
Yeah, they're licensed. All my officers licensed, certified to do this.
to do the blood?
Mm-hmm. They're licensed. They certified
To
in
do
it.
the breath, not
To do
the blood.
To do the breathalyzer.
To do the blood, we have to. We either take them to our camp or escort them down to Lane.
Okay. So apparently there was an incident and someone called me and said, please ask, that it appeared that some guys had an accident and maybe they were impaired in some sort of way
I know they got stopped.
on Main
They
Street.
hit a lady in the back, went around in that St. Helena and 67 South, went around, hit in the back, and we had both of them brought up here, and we sent them down to Lane, and they tested them, and they had a prescription pill by there that didn't belong to them, but what did the pills in it? And when we took them down, and they came back, and when they tested, they was on Zoloft, and they had a prescription for it.
And that was it.
No, we charged them for driving while under the influence, DUI. But again, once it goes to the district attorney's office, say I'm gonna say, well, you do this, you do that, then
Yeah, well, that's the same. But we do, so the question they wanted me to ask is, are we equipped to do breathalyzers?
yes, ma'am. I would not dare that stop, because when they call, we show you how 911 sometimes is out of the loop. He gave his name, date of birth, he had his license on, he gave his name and date of birth. And dispatch was saying we don't have that on it. So I asked him, what's your license number? And I came to the DMV myself, the DMV, and they printed it out for me. And I took it back to the office and told them to bring it to me.
Okay.
So they're all certified in it.
Okay. And my only other comment is, don't forget we have the fun run on November 11th. I think there was a letter sent out to cover the route. And it's a new route this year, because every couple of years it starts by cheaper. You got it?
I got it. They say you're supposed to be running against me in the race.
I think it's November 11th.
November, yeah.
Yeah. So there is a new route, you know, 'cause it's
Yes,
starting
he brought it to me, your husband brought it to me.
Okay, that's all I have.
I have two things, and then we'll go ahead and leave. I just want to recap the 50 Shades of Pink that we had on the 24th of September. The intent was to actually raise funds to start a chapter here. So money's donated, will be donated to the Susan G. Komen Foundation, where we did not ask people for monies. It was like a trial basis. We opened up and we did this, but the show of the program was, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And there were people there who actually wanted to give, but I did not accept any monetary donations at the time because we don't have anything formally set up. But Tim, Mac, they're gonna set something up and we're gonna start a chapter here. We're gonna raise funds, and all monies raised will go towards the Susan G. Komen Cancer Awareness Fund. We had a speaker from Susan G. Komen there, and also my cousin Tammy, she was there with her personal journey with breast cancer. And it was great, it was beautiful. There's gonna be an article in the paper, I think this week, to recap some of the things that happened. And also I've been in conversation with a young lady who has this thing that she does, it's called Destiny's Closet. I didn't think it was going to move as fast as it did, but it has moved real fast. She was here yesterday. We went looking for a possible building to open this business in and favor again. But she'll be back Thursday. We possibly have a building. What this is going to do, the paper's going to stay homeless because I just got happy and said some things. But what it is, it's like a reentry program. She's already been in contact with Men's Warehouse. Rubenstein, Stevens, whatever, of New Orleans, that's gonna donate suits and clothing for people who are trying to re-enter into the community from, prison or what have you. They outfit them, there's resources, there's training, there's counseling, everything all in one big bag. And I'm excited when I talk about it, but I think it's gonna take off faster than what she and I both expected here. So, once we, meet Thursday, and I've been in conversation with some people who are gonna let us have a building across town, and I'll come back with more information about that as well. So I think that's it for tonight.
What's it called? Destiny?
Destiny's Closet. Yes.
And one other thing, Ms. Mary, the state of Louisiana has approved medical marijuana. I don't know if you all was aware, but they have.
I know LSU's approved, or LSU or Southern is approved to grow it to study, but
No,
It's approved.
it's approved. But let me explain to you how it works. They got two companies that they have to go through to get a license. You just can't go to your doctor, and doctor said this, you got to go before a study, and you got to go actually see them before you can get the license. And I'm quite sure most of you all know Woody Overton. He is the representative for the south side over here for us. And I've already talked to him, we already had training. Each office has to have training, what they have to do before they approve for it. Each one of them will have, if it's in the city limits of each Feliciana Parish, they're going to have to come and present their paperwork here before they actually get it. Then if you want it, guess what? You go to the town, you have to approve before you get it. No, that's the thing, they cannot drive. Once they get that medical marijuana prescription, they take their driver's license.
well, where can we get, would it be important for us or just the police department, or the council is going to have a copy of whatever the state policy is about it? We're gonna need a little homework.
I'm gonna show it to you, I'm gonna give it to you. He's setting up for training on the 16th and 17th of this month, but next week we're supposed to have training.
So will the participant have a license that says that they're able to purchase medical marijuana?
And what that license gonna do, it's not a lifetime. You get it this month, then next month you gotta reapply. They just don't give you a card and say, well, you can go get it. Louisiana made it stricter, but they just can't go get it.
Where do you go get it?
Where are they getting?
They're gonna have to, they're gonna open a
Oh, no. Like you said, they gonna have to get it from the LSU or something. And you got to come, the state got to sit up, they gonna get started. You might want to leave.
Is there anything else? Nothing else? Okay, at this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting tonight.
Motion by Alderman Kim Young, second by Alderman Kemp to adjourn the meeting. Ready to vote? All in favor by saying aye. Any opposition? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Thank you.